Amidst the rugged Scottish Highlands, the ancient Celts found an unlikely ally: the fierce, long-horned cattle. To them, the cattle were not just property, they were warriors. This is the story of Finn MacLeod, a fighter who never went to battle without his four-legged army, led by his loyal bull, Claidheamh, the sword. The Celts trained the Longhorns to be ferocious, intertwining their destiny with the fight. The bond between Finn and Claidheamh was forged since they were young, creating a perfect understanding. Loyalty exchanged for survival. Finn's strategy was to deploy the Longhorn cattle as a living wall. Their sharp, yard-long horns were terrifying weapons. They blocked the valley floor, forcing the enemy to break their disciplined formation to deal with the massive creatures. Claidheamh, scarred from previous battles, stood firm like a fortress. The enemy's advance was slowed, their rigid ranks were shattered, and this delay was all Finn and the Celtic warriors needed to launch a decisive counterattack. Yet, their greatest enemy wasn't the invaders, but nature itself. A brutal winter enveloped the highlands. The enemy, knowing the Celts' reliance on their herd, cut off supply lines. Starvation began to threaten both the soldiers and the cattle warriors. Finn MacLeod refused to butcher any of his battle-trained cattle for food, treating them as brothers. He shared his meager rations with Claidheamh, knowing that if trust was broken, the whole army would collapse. Their survival was inextricably linked. Cornered, Finn devised a desperate plan: the fire and horn tactic. Under the cover of darkness, the warriors wrapped the Longhorn's lengthy horns with resin-soaked dried grass. When lit, the cattle army became fast-moving blades of fire. As Finn released the burning bulls into the enemy encampment, chaos erupted. The flames dancing on the horns, combined with the cattle's natural ferocity, ripped through defenses and set the camp ablaze. Claidheamh, leading the charge with horns alight, became the enemy's worst-moving nightmare. The decisive battle turned the tide of the war. At dawn, the victory belonged to the Celts, but the cost was immense. Finn MacLeod found Claidheamh amidst the carnage. The bull was mortally wounded, exhausted from completing his final mission. Finn stayed by Claidheamh's side, whispering final words of thanks. Like the greatest warriors, Claidheamh died on the very battlefield. His sacrifice secured the survival of the Celtic clan. Finn buried his four-legged friend with honors, knowing Claidheamh's courage would never be forgotten. Finn MacLeod survived and became a legendary chieftain. He ordered Claidheamh's image with its blazing horns to be carved into a memorial stone. The legend of the Warbull has been passed down through centuries. The story of Claidheamh and the fire and horn tactic remains an enduring symbol of Celtic ingenuity, bravery, and respect for the natural world. They proved that in war, the greatest ally can sometimes be found in the most unexpected places, even in the sharp horns of a powerful bull.